Like EA, anything that Activision does, or touches, seems to slowly die throughout the years and gets progressively worse. Luckily, though, apparently Bungie has decided to kick Activision to the curb and said, you know what, we're done with this. We're taking Destiny with us. So news broke yesterday that apparently Activision and Bungie are splitting up, and Bungie gets to take Destiny with them, which is good because they need an IP that they can focus on, I guess. So, they're not left there trying to develop something brand new from the ground up if they ain't got any ideas. But, in an announcement, Activision released a statement. Today, we're announcing plans for Bungie to assume full publishing rights and responsibilities for the Destiny franchise. Going forward, Bungie will own and develop the franchise, and Activision will increase its focus on owned IPs and other projects. Activision and Bungie are committed to a seamless transition for the Destiny franchise and will continue to work closely together during the transition on behalf of the community of Destiny players around the world. And Bungie, of course, released their own statement. With Activision, we've created something special. To date, Destiny has delivered a combination of over 50 million games and expansions to players all around the world, it said. More importantly, we also witnessed a remarkable community, tens of millions of Guardians strong, rise up and embrace Destiny, to play together, to make and share memories, and even to do truly great things that reach far beyond the game we share, to deliver a positive impact on people's everyday lives. The planned transition process is already underway in its earlier stages, with Bungie and Activision both committed to making sure the handoff is as seamless as possible. Now, Bungie, of course, is praising Activision a little bit, because if it wasn't for Activision, they probably wouldn't have been able to even do Destiny. I'm assuming Microsoft wasn't okay with that, because they wanted the Halo franchise more than anything, but Bungie was done with Halo at that point, so it was handed off to 343, which, honestly, in my opinion, hasn't been as great since Bungie pretty much finished the series itself, and 343 tried to continue to squeeze out from the Halo franchise, but that's just in my opinion. As for this, I find this to be a pretty good thing. Activision, of course, likes to kill things off, slowly but surely, because they're too busy making a game for the shareholders and not a game for the gamer. And, one of my biggest gripes for Destiny, because Destiny is a fun game, don't get me wrong. I've played it, I've got it, or at least I got Destiny 2. I've played Destiny 1. I've played Destiny 2 as well. But, it's one of those games that it's great, but it has just one thing that keeps, preventing me from really wanting to play, and that's essentially its storefront. Everything wants to force you into the storefront with Destiny 2. And I hate that. It's a big turnoff when everything is trying to force me into the store to spend more money to buy to enjoy said game. So, and honestly, that seems like an Activision thing, because everything that Activision lately has been getting into likes to drive you to a storefront. I mean, heck, look at what's been going on over at Blizzard, where they've been doing these sales with, these items that have been on their storefront for years now, and going, this might be the last time you'll see these, and for a very, very long time, trying to make an artificial shortage of these digital items, while, trying to sell a bundle of them for about $100, because they may come back at a later date, but we're not sure when, so you might want to pick it up now, or you'll miss out, kind of deal. That seems like an Activision thing. That's definitely where Activision likes to try and make its money, by nickel and diming the customer. So having Bungie separate from Activision, definitely a good thing. Wish Blizzard would do it. I don't see it happening anytime soon, because it looks like Activision's really making a push into Blizzard. But anyway, As it comes for Destiny, I love Destiny. It's like, Borderlands was great when it came out, right? And I like the element of the RPG and the first-person shooter sort of mixing. That was great. I enjoyed that with the skills and stuff, especially when I'm, a fan of the Fallout series. But when it came to Borderlands, I felt wanting more. It just didn't feel like it was really that great on the RPG side. I mean, the gunplay was alright and everything, but as for, the skills and other stuff, I was wanting more. Meanwhile, Destiny comes about, and it gives me that more. Destiny is a great game on its own. A few flaws here and there. And I feel that a lot of those flaws come from the Activision side when it comes to Bungie and Activision. But, Destiny took that formula and made it even better. The gunplay is great. Several different things you can do in the game. I love it. And then this recent thing with the Forge and everything, that puzzle, I think that was amazing, honestly. I got it. Nobody really completed the thing. But just the idea of doing that was amazing. I think it was a little harsh when you couldn't complete a certain area if you got to like stage 6 or something, and then you lost, and you fell back down to the very bottom and had to go again, and it takes up to about 15 minutes or more to finish each stage of said puzzle. That's really a harsh thing to do. But as for the puzzle itself, I enjoyed it. It felt pretty good. It really reminded me of AQ40 and AQ20 and stuff back in the day of World of Warcraft, where somebody had to finish this particular quest thing, find some items, open the gates so the whole server can then go and enjoy AQ. And of course it came with some special benefits along with it, where if you are the one who does it, you get the Black Scarab mount and all that other stuff. Then everybody else can come ring the gong and get titles and things like that, and it was a great thing. I really enjoy that. Although I think they did mess up a little bit in the implementing of it, where it punishes you so hard, especially with a game like Destiny, because it's not like you can just log out and pick up right where you left off. When it came to the puzzle, you died or something, you're not like still on this same portion of said quest like in, say, World of Warcraft was back in vanilla days. You have to restart the entire puzzle over. So, I feel like maybe that was a little bit too harsh on that point. But as for this transition back into Bungie being its own independent developer, I think it will be good for the Destiny franchise, especially since they signed an agreement for 3 games with Activision. There should be a Destiny 3 somewhere on the horizon at some point. And whether they want to develop just Destiny 2 and maybe, fix some of the issues in it, or actually, if they're in the development of a Destiny 3, maybe the Destiny 3 will be, the bombshell of bombshells that we all suddenly like. Now, this is what Destiny should have been from the start. I'm really hoping that maybe we get that old Halo Bungie back, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't know if it's going to happen because so much time has gone. People have come in and out of the company and things, but sort of getting back to that route, where we make the game for the gamer and not for our shareholders over here in a room who are telling us what to do. Instead, we're looking at the community going, where can we do better? Where have we gone wrong? And implement those changes, which of course is something that Activision doesn't do. They're doing this, we're listening to you. We're totally listening to you. In reality, they're not listening to anybody. They're just like, what excuse can we use this week for why everybody's angry? Try and flip this around. Keep the shareholders okay. But honestly, I think this would be great for Bungie. Unfortunately, I also think that this is going to be worse for Blizzard at this point, because it's going to free up Bungie resources to work towards the Blizzard side of things, now that they're not going to be invested in Bungie anymore. They're not going to have their resources over there, so they can go and put their resources elsewhere. But what do you think? Do you think this is going to be a good thing for Bungie in the long run. I understand that, right now it's going to be a rocky road. It really is. They've lost a lot of trust from a lot of their customers, especially from the Halo days. You can go onto the forums and everything, and where people are like, what happened to Bungie? Where is the Bungie we used to know? And they just haven't picked up, Destiny or anything as a result. And the expansion, and Destiny 2 was great. It just felt like it was a little too late to try and bring people back, because it didn't. You can look at the quarterly, earnings and everything for the end of the year and stuff, and they did not bring back the players like they wanted to with that, and it felt like it was just a little bit too late in combination with that, and always trying to shove you into the store. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a rocky road for Bungie, of course, but I hope that maybe now that they can maybe go back to making the game for the gamer, for the customer, and not have to think of what Papa Activision is wanting over their shoulders. Maybe Bungie can come back and be stronger than ever. And then, of course, that would make Activision go, oh my gosh, why did we do this? But then again, it doesn't look like they're ever going to change their style of things until it's too late. So what do you think down in the comments below? Do you think this is a good thing? You think it's a bad thing? And why? Let me know. Till then, I will talk to you later. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.